like it had been taped in place than naturally remaining where it should. "These are top of the line, brand new, the latest in baking," she said as if she were reading from a script. "They'll easily withstand up to 400 degrees, are guaranteed to be shatterproof, and I have had great success making my husband's favorite shepherd's pie in one just the other night." She glanced at me when she said it, and I realized that must have been what she had been at the market to pick up ingredients for when we had run into one another. I, on the other hand, had been about ready to strangle my brother for sending me to the supermarket with such a ridiculous list. 6 packages of black licorice, 4 pumpkins that were exactly 12 inches in diameter. "My husband is very particular about the shape of his pumpkins, too," said a kind voice behind me that day almost a week before, when she had found me staring at the display just inside the front doors of the market. She had a pretty round face to match the cheerful laugh that followed her words. "Oh, it's not for my husband," I'd said. "It's for my brother." She leaned against her shopping cart. Even at an angle, she stood taller than me by almost a head. "I don't recognize you. Are you visiting from out of town?" The annoyance tinging my thoughts made me question just why everyone seemed intent on asking me that question. "Yes," I said, eyeing a nearby pumpkin and wondering if Craig wouldn't mind a fist-sized hole in it. He was planning to carve it anyway, wasn't he? He could have thought of it as a head start. "I'm staying with my brother and his kids for a while." She arched a brow, laying a fist against her wide hip. "I thought you looked familiar. You're Sheriff Hollis's sister." I looked up at that, my brow wrinkling. "I am, yes." She grinned. "The two of you look a lot alike, you know. It's in those eyes of yours." "Thanks," I said, even though Craig was not someone I was particularly pleased to be associated with at the moment. "And who might you be?" She held a hand out. "Dolores Robinson. I'm your brother's neighbor 3 doors down." I shook her hand, smiling in return. She had a friendly air that was easy to like, which softened my bristled mood just a touch. "Nice to meet you," I said. "Likewise, dear," she said. "Oh, say, you wouldn't happen to be busy next Friday, would you? In the late afternoon?" "The day before Halloween?" I asked. "No, I don't think so. Why do you ask?" Her grin widened. "I am throwing a little party for some of the ladies in the neighborhood. Nothing special, just one of those plasticware parties." My stomach sank. "Oh," I said, trying to keep my polite expression firmly in place. "Oh, that sounds like fun." She chuckled again. "Oh, I promise it won't be like those other parties that you might have heard about. I won't pressure you into buying anything. All I want is for some of you ladies to come and have a nice afternoon, maybe have sweet tea and finger foods. My plan was to use one of the trifle bowls that you could purchase, if you want to, of course, to make one of my grandmother's angel food cake recipes." She gestured to the cart beside her, some of the items recognizable as they hid among a bunch of carrots and meat wrapped up in butcher's paper. She stared at me expectantly. Who else is going to be there?" I asked. "Oh, let's see. Janice Williams, Brenda Granger, Vicky Foster." She listed off a few other names that I vaguely recognized, but Vicky's RSVP was enough for me. "I'd be glad to come," I said. "Is there anything I can bring?" "Just yourself and a good sense of humor," she answered. "Well, I'll leave you to find those perfect pumpkins. I take it they're for your nephews?" I hesitated, swallowing the choice words I had about Craig. Really, he wasn't all that bad, even if he sent me to the store to get precisely 23 lemons for his Halloween punch. "Yes, they are. The boys are excited to do some carving." A lie, through and through. "So glad to hear that. Well, I'll see you next Friday, then." "What time?" "Let's say 4, she said. "I want to give everyone the chance to make it back home for dinner with their families, given the holiday this weekend and all." "That sounds great," I said. "I'm looking forward to it." "As am I," she said with a wave as she turned her cart around. "Any sister of the sheriff's is welcome in my home." And at the time, I was surprised just how much I truly did look forward to it. I spent the next